New York City lost $9 billion of income to Miami, Palm Beach in 5 years. This is a Bloomberg story, so let's go through it. A net 30,000 New Yorkers moved to Florida's Palm Beach and Miami-Dade County from 2018 to 2022, taking $9.2 billion in income, nearly 20,000 people with a per capita income of $190,000 relocating to Palm Beach, and over 26,000 per capita income, about $266, moved to Miami-Dade County, according to Citizens Budget Commission's report. Within New York State, nearly 138,000 city residents relocated to Long Island, reducing New York City's adjusted gross income by $11.1 billion, while Westchester County gained almost 60,000 new net residents, cutting the city's income by $5 billion, driven by factors like coronavirus, pandemic, cost of living, and quality of life concerns. New York shares of U.S. millionaires dropped from 12.7 in 2010, to 8.7. That's a 33% drop off. Despite the numbers of millionaires in the state nearly doubling to 70,000 as high earners, including millennials, left for the state, Florida, California, Texas, with the top 1% of cities' tax filers paying 40% of the income. Again, I thought rich people don't pay taxes. With the top 1% of city tax filers paying 40% of income taxes. Adam, thoughts?
Well, this was something that I've been calling for years. And it's just further proof that Miami/South Florida is the best place in the world. So when I was in the nightlife world back in the day, I would always see these New Yorkers come every single New Year's, and they would spend a ton of money, and then they would be like, man, I love it down here. I'm like, well, why don't you end up moving here? Nah, I got to work, I got jobs, I got family, I got all this. And I was like, all right, very interesting. So I would see, like, what's a game you would play back in the day where you would almost like jump in, like double dutch. You would like, all right. I would see this these New Yorkers do this game of double dutch for years. And then I'd be like, well, I didn't fully understand like why they just wouldn't move down here. And then it took a worldwide pandemic for people to be like, what the hell am I doing in New York? And I've seen what's happened over the last 5 years, not even just from New York, from all over the country. People basically saying, I'm coming down. Now, you can give a shout out to Mayor Francis Suarez down in Miami. You can give a shout out to Governor Ron DeSantis. You know, you give DeSantis shout outs all the time.
Always.
Love it. Try to give him boots.
You know, if you can work from anywhere, why wouldn't you want to be in Miami, South Florida, Palm Beach, Mar-a-Lago,
Tom, your thoughts on
everything?
this story. Your thoughts on this?
Guess what? Bad policies have consequences. And New York's bad policies, even people that do not want to move from the New York area, they move to Westchester. They move to Long Island. So they're outside of New York City. The issue here is New York City. It's not New Yorkers. It's not people in the Northeast. It's not businesses in the Northeast. It's NYC, New York City's management, and this is what they get. All of these folks have left, whether they left locally, 138,000 going to Long Island. We know a few people out there. And then 60,000 going to Westchester County, which is up Pound Ridge area, Armonk, bordering Connecticut. And or you have the 50,000 people with 190 and 266 average salaries. It's bad policies in New York. Move them all down here. And you know what? Whoever is the next mayor is going to be looking for EBT cards to give city employees, because this is deadly on the city budget. New York City is about to become a welfare recipient of New York State and the federal government, worse than it has been. Mark my words. And I don't mean that to sound harsh, Pat, but New York City is about to turn itself into a welfare queen looking for money from other people, because bad policies have consequences, and whether it's local or Florida, its own residents are leaving.
Who are they talking about running for governor, Rob, in New York? Was it Stefanik or was it Zeldin?
Elise Stefanik.
Stefanik, and she didn't want to. She was kind of like I don't want to talk about it type of situation.
PPD, I want to get your perspective.
Let me see this.
This is her tweet in response to Mike Johnson.
Got it. Speaker Mike Johnson saying he's having conversations with Stefanik and lawyer about running for governor. If either Lawler or Stefanik run, they will have to give. I don't know what the rest is. This is not true. I have had no conversation with the speaker regarding the governor race. Looking forward to the conversation about SALT with New York members tomorrow. Stay tuned.
State and local taxes.
What do you think about that? What do you think about correcting Speaker Johnson?
Well, did Speaker Johnson say that, or did that guy post that?
Speaker Johnson said it?
Yeah, because
let me tell you, I don't know. Can you go back to the post, Rob?
It's like she's trying to
see. Look, that's
neutral.
Jane Sherman
what do you
saying.
think, Pat?
Well, listen, I would. No. The proper protocol is not that step. Here's what I'm doing if I'm her. My opinion. First, you call Speaker Johnson.
Yeah.
And you say, hey, is this true that you said this? I never said that. Would you mind tweeting that? And I'm going to retweet that. So if you work, you're a phone call away from anybody, Stefano. You can call Speaker Johnson. So if that didn't happen, then there's either a riff. Did Speaker Johnson respond to this or say anything about this, Rob, or not? If
I'll have
not,
to look. I didn't see anything
she
last night.
is calling out Speaker Johnson. That's a call out to Speaker Johnson because the proper protocol would be for Speaker Johnson to tweet about the fact that I never said this. If you never said it, you're the one that's supposed to say I never said something like this. Yeah.
And Pat, just out of curiosity, for the New Yorkers, Tom, and the Californians, and all these people in these states, that it's the leadership, it's the policies and everything. At what point, because you guys, you can't feel sorry for them anymore, because you keep voting in these same leaders.
And
you
staying
keep,
there.
And you keep staying there, and then what? You're like, oh, I can't take it anymore. And then you leave. It shouldn't be like that. You should be voting in the people that you want to run the state the way it's supposed to be. Right? Why the hell are you leaving? Why are you? You know what I mean? Like, keep voting for these freaking people, and then you leave, and it's like, oh, well, we have to leave, and you abandon your freaking state.
Well, it's also victimhood. Victimhood can go from billionaires all the way down to people on welfare. Victimhood can go all the way around the world. And what you have is these people that are, victim. Oh, it's because of Trump. It's because of this. Well, you may have the money to write it out, and maybe you stay there because you just don't want to leave. You got family, friends, you got everything there, you got your life there, and you just don't want to leave. But what you're not is honest. You're not honest about it. You're not saying, look, I voted for this, and this is not what I wanted, and this is not the New York that I grew up in. This is not the New York that I want to live in. I said that about Los Angeles. I said, but you know what? I'm going to stick it out, and I'm going to stay here, and I've got the resources to do it. That would be honest. But then criticize, oh, it's Trump, and blaming other people and blaming everything else, and then staying there in the middle of it with non-answer or just howling at the moon. You know what?
Let me tell
Screw you.
A friend of ours came, and we had dinner with him. You met him, Bobby.
Love him.
Right, love him. Phenomenal guy. So he came, and we had dinner with him. And I told him, I said, every week I meet an Armenian family that says, Pat, I watched the podcast, the video that you did, 10 reasons why you left California, you came to Florida, and we're coming here. I see Armenians, you know what kind of Armenians? Business owner Armenians, hardworking Armenians, conservative Armenians, independent Armenians. I'm not talking about the woke left crazy Armenians in Glendale that should stay in Glendale.
Yeah, please.
I'm talking about those types of Armenians. And you know what city is going to become the Glendale of East Coast? Boca Raton. You're going to see Armenians are going to love Boca Raton. Safe. They got $1 million homes on the water property, $50 million homes. They got $300,000 homes, $500,000 homes.
Large, fully established Orthodox church.
Large, fully established Armenian Orthodox. I think it's a Catholic church, if I'm not mistaken. Could be an Orthodox church, but there's an Armenian church there. Big community, safe. You're going to see this. Watch in the next 5 to 10 years. They're going to end up here. The performers, they're coming. A lot of them are coming now. Boca Raton will be the Glendale of 20 years ago, not today's crazy Glendale.
Yeah.
Glendale of 20 years ago, it'll happen because Boca's got the mixture of Beverly Hills and a mixture of Glendale together. You got all the shops, the malls, the water, the country club, the freaking Michael Dell that turned the Waldorf Astoria into an incredible property, the Boca Raton Resort that's unfreaking believable, that Tony Robbins, does his events there. It's a beautiful property. It's an absolute beautiful property. But watch Armenians move to Boca. Armenians, yetelusumek, very simple. Yeteduk nusumin et connexidum, manatsa Glendale, Gortsatarek. By the way, Kamala Harris is next. You're welcome. She's going to be your governor soon, the way this is happening. She said a couple words, but I'm telling you, for Armenians, for those of you who say, well, I would never do that, come for 4 days, bring your family. Stay at the Boca Resort. Go to all the restaurants. Go to all the places. Golf. Go to Palm Beach. Go take your family to Miami. See what happens. I'm telling you, you will fall in love with Boca Raton. It's a phenomenal city, and a lot of Armenians that are business owners, they're going to love that area, raising their kids, safety, values, principles, all of that stuff. Adam,
well, I think there's a great template for what you're saying right now, because you know who is the number one culture in Boca right now? It's the Jews. They love Boca. So it's a good template right here with the Armenians and the Jews getting along. For many times.
You know, you got Beverly Hills, you got Santa Monica. That's also a lot of Armenians. So this lemon campaign that we launched on Thursday with the box, okay, that was launched, that all of you guys, you know, many of you saw. Those of you that didn't, this box that's being shipped to people who are going through a lot of different things today, to make their day. When life gives you lemons, make lemonade with a lemon hat in it and a presentation with a video of me speaking to them, giving them a message here. I'm going to press pause here. There was so many accountants. One accountant sent it to 11 clients, lawyers, realtors, insurance folks using it. But then we had a chance to read the note of what some people were writing to their clients. I'm not going to give the names. I just want to read the notes to you. It was so, our staff is, when I'm reading this, our marketing team, they're in tears, literally when I'm reading this to them. I'm not going to say the name, okay? They put the name there, then says, sending you some love to help lift your heart up today, and wanted to say again how sorry I am with Susan's passing. I hope this cheers you up, your spirits, just for a moment. I love you, sister, and always remember to move forward. Flowers don't happen without rain. Love you always. The name is in there. Are you kidding me? Okay. Then it goes here, me and you forever together. Put your goals always in front of you. Surround yourself with one quality, with people you become, who you're with. Thank you for your friendship. Here's another one. Love you, brother. Hope you like this. Greatest podcast ever. You not only being a father, husband, and a brother, you are also a policeman. You have so much you deal with on a day-to-day basis, but you still show up for your family. I not only love you, I respect you. I'm telling you, the more I was reading these notes, the more emotional we were getting ourselves. I love the fact that the Valuetainment audience is taking time to order something, to ship to somebody else, to make their day. How awesome is this that we're doing this? So for all of you guys that placed the order, I love that the fact that you're doing this. We're wired the same exact way. Can pick and choose the hats, whether it's the white one, the black one, or the green one when you're sending out to them. There's still a few left if you haven't done it yet on the lemon campaign, especially with everything that people are going on right now. Go to vtmerch.com, place your order. And then also for the mothers out there, you asked for it. We wanted to do it. We know this audience is 80% men, but 20% women. It used to be 90%. The female audience has grown in a major way. Rob, if you want to play the clip. Mother's Day is around the corner next week, and we got a bunch of VT mom gear, stuff that's out there. You know, mama, today I love you, VT mom, future looks bright. Here's one that I like a lot that's also on the site, VT mama. This is another one that we have, Valuetainment mama that we got out there. It's awesome. So we wanted to make sure that ladies typically do the shopping for us. We're not good at this stuff. Go place an order for mothers out there that are doing the right thing. They're going out of their way, and you're seeing how hard they're working. Every order you place, they're going to get a VT Mom keychain. And then if you place an order above $100, it's the VT Mom keychain, plus this mug that says VT Mom, and it explains a sophisticated achiever that is always there for you no matter what. Moms, love you. Place an order for the mothers out there that watch PBD Podcast and Valuetainment.
If you enjoyed this video, you want to watch more videos like this, click here. And if you want to watch the entire podcast, click here.